always the one. You, what we been through, I miss you. And you can't lie, you miss me too. If I roll through, but you...
For today's video, we're going to be responding to a dumb comment and trying to figure out whether or not people actually want justice for Aaliyah or not. So without further more to say, like, comment, and subscribe, turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. Also, the song in my intro slash outro is in the description. Yeah, let's just get into this comment. So this comment was left under my Michael exposes Aaliyah's real character, and now a lot of people agreed and a lot of people disagreed, and a lot of people seen a lot of wrong with what I said in that video, which is really crazy because I actually just went back to watch it for myself. It was a really good video. So I got this particular comment under that video, and this person just said, first and foremost, before we dive into this comment, I just want to say that this person was blocked because I said in one of my last videos that if you mention my baby in any way, shape, or form, you will be blocked from my channel. He immediately was blocked. Like I said, I went to watch this video. What I was saying in the video wasn't anything to where this person should have said this. If anything, in this video, I'm kind of exposing with my own beliefs that Aaliyah was taught by her parents, if not her mother, these harsh ways of dealing with people in the industry back then. And how the interview that was done with her father, Michael Houghton, and herself was a lie. Nothing I said in this video was disrespectful. Nothing I said in this video was anything close to me not needing to be trusted around children. The reason why I said in the beginning that we're going to be trying to figure out whether or not people want justice for Aaliyah or not is because people are trying to bury what her parents allowed her to do. And what I'm trying to do is bring it to the light and explain to people possibly why she was, and bring it to the light the situations she was allowed to have access to. Then again, you have people like this person who left this comment saying that, it's not even this comment, it's a lot of comments. A lot of people, they're like, you're bringing up something that happened 20 years ago, it's done with. Are y'all really trying to cover up the fact that she was by a grown man? Y'all want to cover up the fact that her parents let her have a sensual relationship with a grown man? Do y'all want justice? Or do y'all not want justice for Aaliyah? And clearly thousands of other women who dealt with him want justice as well. And the only reason why she couldn't speak up for herself back then is because she signed an NDA. Now, best believe as a parent, because I'm gonna be a parent in a matter of months, I will never be in a situation like Aaliyah was in with her parents, ever. And for you to say that I shouldn't be trusted around children because I'm exposing the truth of what she went through, what she was taught, and how she was moving throughout her whole career is really crazy. And like I said in my last video, some people will see it and some people don't. A lot of people know her parents failed her, and that is where her actions came from. That is where her true character or new character came from. It came from her parents teaching her that at a very tender age. And that is what people mean when they say that youngins are groomed. She was groomed by her parents, if not just her mother. I'm still unsure if her father had anything to do with that, but clearly he did. He was covering it up too. And basically, like, I'm still so confused as to why I shouldn't be trusted around kids. I'm confused because, like I said, what I'm getting from this video of myself, he was covering it up instead of trying to get justice for his baby girl. Although it's not gonna happen. Just for example, if my child ever secretly went off and got married, we're just gonna pretend like the parents didn't know for this example. But if my child ran off and got married and she came back and she told me that, you know, she was pregnant and married, I'm gonna throw him under the bus. Celebrity or not. I'm not doing it for no money. My child is worth more than money. He should have just told the truth instead of lying for his daughter, saying that she could do no wrong. And I know a lot of people to be this way. They feel like their children are angels and they can do no wrong. But those same people who think that about their child have the most... Do you agree with him making it seem like she got into no trouble, especially after the Robert stuff, and that, for one, too busy to get in trouble, and how they kept her real at home? Do you agree with him covering up what happened with her and this adult man? Me trying to say how they're lying about how her character was, her being an innocent kid. They allowed her to do that for a little bit of money and fame so that they could live a comfortable life. But some people disagree with me saying that she was a troubled kid and she was raised like that. I'm really confused, and I feel like the people who don't want people like us talking about the situation and trying to bring light to it, they're the ones that you should watch out for. If you think it's okay to let your underage child get away with dating someone older than them, you need help immediately. That is unacceptable, and it's not to disrespect a child or anything. It's actually going against how they raised her. And it's nothing wrong with that. I just said that she was taught to hop from man to man, to slither around men, to get what she wanted at a very young age. And we all know that Miss Aaliyah was married to this man. We all know she had relations with this man. We heard the stories. Those people were just paid off. Those women. Not only was she married to this man, but there's a certificate. But what was said in that video was said, and it's not going to be removed. It's not going to be rethought of. It is what it is. She was a troubled kid. He said it. I think that whatever word he did use described her as being very promiscuous, basically, at a young age. And that's exactly how she was. I talk about things that I believe, but the fact of me saying that she was a troubled kid because her parents allowed her so much access and she got herself because her character was of Erica Kane and it started at a young age does not make someone out to be a non-trustable person around kids. If you think that me going against everything they said in this interview, which was lies, like I said, he basically snitched on himself without snitching. He said that she was too busy to get in trouble, but then he said what, she was a mischievous person at times, which means she's a troubled kid. So basically he knows, and we already went over the facial expressions. When he said she barely gets into trouble, that was bullshit. We seen her face when he was saying that. She knew it was bullshit. You can't deny what's in plain sight. And for one, like I said, it's just, do people really want justice for Aaliyah? Because if you're one who's trying to cover up what happened 20 years ago, still, y'all them ones that people need to watch out for. I believe he should have told the truth. Yeah, she gets into trouble all the time, and we have to keep her in her place. We have to correct her at all times because she's a little too mature for her age. Something like that. You don't have to tell them your business, but just say she's a troubled kid. And she said it herself. Most parents are very strict, but he's not. Something like that. He's like a homie. And he had to put her in her place. They were like opposites. He was like, she's like most daughters. He didn't say she's like a homie too. I feel that way. This is my daughter. Y'all don't see nothing like wrong with that? And then when I speak out against it, a lot of people are like, you shouldn't be around kids. Oh my God, how could you? You're downing a child. Y'all would rather me not talk about what happened to her and what happens to a lot of young kids. But everybody want to be uptight about what happened to Justin Bieber though, at a young age. But when it comes to Aaliyah, y'all want us to bury it. Everybody talks about, oh, Aaliyah deserves justice. Justice for Aaliyah. But then when people like me try to shed light on the situation, we're the bad people. We shouldn't have kids. But y'all the ones that are trying to bury and cover up something so horrible that happened to a child. Like, I just can't leave it alone. I don't care if it's 20 years ago. People are really weird, and that's why I don't understand this comment. And like I said, when you mention my baby, you're gone off my channel. Trust and believe. We ain't going through that with my child. My child's gonna be a kid. Mature or not, you're gonna stay in a kid's place. Shout out to the people who know. I said what I said. Aaliyah was a troubled child because of her parents, and she said it herself. Usually parents can be strict. Like I said, that video is not going anywhere. I think I did a pretty good job on that video, and I'm sticking to what I believe. I just say what's on my mind, and I make it into a video. I don't care if you disagree or agree. It's always gonna be my opinion. She was taught to, for one, sleep around to get what she wanted. And like I said, it started at a young age. Clock me if I'm wrong. Try to prove me wrong. I would love to see it. She maintained that character all the way until 2001. And like I said, she met her match. And he ended her in her tracks. Michael Houghton knew his daughter was trouble. Diane liked it. She thought it was cute. She was obsessed with her daughter. And I feel like she was really attracted to her daughter. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna say how I feel. The things that took place back then is just like throwing a bunch of different food items into a blender. Like, it's just, they had a very chaotic life for a family. It makes perfect sense why Diane wanted a daughter so bad. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Just know we good over here. My child could never and would never. There's not gonna be any scandals or rumors over here, even though I'm not famous. My daughter's not gonna have a reputation. Daughter, I'm gonna say daughter because I don't know. But my daughter or son, they're not gonna have a reputation. It's all in how you're raised. I said what I said, long story short. So me being pregnant has nothing to do with going against what they let her do and how she was acting, how she was taught to act. Shed light on what they did to her, how they made her turn out as a human, because now she's not here and they regret it a lot. It wasn't worth it. Money comes and goes, but a life, it goes and it never comes back. She's never gonna be here because of what they did to her sincere character. They let her maturity get to her head. They let her sexuality get to her head. That's why she said she wanted to be like her mother. Her mother knows how to get what she wants. And Aaliyah, she was like that for some time. But Jay wasn't having it. So, yeah, like I probably went in a loop with this video. I didn't write nothing down, but trust. I'm gonna be a good mother because my baby, no, we're not going through that at all. We're gonna be totally different from her parents. Don't infatuate my child with anything negative or anything I talk about or anything I believe. Again, she said it herself. She didn't have strict parents, and that was all the way in 1995. That's why she, basically did what she wanted to do. You guys let me know what you think. Was I wrong in that video? I mean, I don't care anyways, but do you agree? I mean, I see most people do. Most people know that her parents failed her. And when you really, really dig deep into the situation, her actions came from her parents. And it didn't help with him trying to cover it up. And she knew he was covering it up. And then after the situation with Robert, they allowed her to date, or get into situationships. Why is that so wrong for me to talk about? But y'all want me to leave it alone and let them get away with their daughter and letting their daughter be with a older man, sweeping it under the rug that she was married and pregnant and had an all in the same time span? Long story short, it just is what it is. Like, if you tell me that I shouldn't be trusted around kids and I'm wrong for talking down on a child while pregnant, you're insane and you're the sick one, because Aaliyah just deserves justice, and with justice comes exposing their side too. She had a dark side to her, that no one wants to talk about, no one wants to touch base on, but I will. And there's nothing wrong with that. And in order to put the pieces together, like I said, just like if you're in an investigation, they're going to question you. Well, what made him want to attack you? What did you do? What were you doing? So I'm asking, what was she doing? I mean, she was taught by her parents, but she knew right from wrong because she was mature. She decided to become like her mother, but that was a bad idea. Anyways, I'll be back with another video soon. Stick with me. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Keep my baby out of your mind, your thoughts, and your mouth, and your comments, or you will deal with the consequences. Stay crazy.
Do you remember?